What a year this has been, huh? Just wanted to say hi, introduce Zoey, the newest member of our family. We got her about 10 days ago, and I have a little story about her. But just wanted to check in and say hi and share a little bit about this year and going into next year. And this year, boy, I really felt for the first time at the beginning of this year, end of year, this time last year, I was finally feeling a little earlier, probably October. I was starting to feel like, wow, I finally get to be out in the light. I realize now that I'd sort of felt like I had been in the dark a lot of my life, and that the light was outside of me, and that boy, by coming out of end of last year, I was like, no, 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 I get to be the light. Finally, I get to shine that light internally again, finally. And whew, going into this year, yeah, honestly, that's been tough. Um, you know why, right? It's been a crazy year, and I I spent most of it really focused on um, how to cultivate my own inner light, um, and really learning how to alchemize anger, which I felt a lot of, obviously, um, and recognize that that anger is energy, and that I can convert that energy into something productive and positive. And for me, this year, what that was really about was creating a new platform for my work. Um, my work's been developing over my whole life, but really over the last 10 to 15 years. And and I felt like I'm entering sort of the third 30-year segment of my life, and that this was the year that I created a new foundation for what is really the legacy of my existence. And what is that going to be? Um, and as things have gotten so difficult here in this country and around the world, but here, just kept asking myself, what can I do? What can I do? What can I bring? How can I make a difference? And of course, protesting and phone calls and things like that. But what is it that I can bring because of my own life, because of my own existence? And it is my own life's work. It is my soul work. Um, and so I poured my heart and soul into creating a new platform, my new website, KimberlyAndDawson.com. I've put a little bit out there before. And every time that I got angry, I would just say, okay, this is the love that I have to bring to the world. So how am I going to bring it? Um, and and really poured myself into it. And it's funny because I was just having a conversation with a client and saying, I feel like I didn't really do much this year out on social media or whatever. And it's like I didn't really do much. And I was like, wow, no, I did more than I've done in a long, long, long time. It just wasn't out on social media. Um, and um, so feeling like I I the love that I have to bring to life is through my own work and helping others to bring their own inner light to life. And so that's kind of what this year has been about. And feeling like, um, how can I actually, the theme now for me is like, how do I glow in the dark? you know, how do we glow in the dark? And I will say that this little one is actually helping quite a lot, especially as it gets so, so, so dark um, this time of year. And the little story about her is that we saw her um, on a foster's website, kind of fell in love, as a lot of people did. And when she became available for adoption, we got to the Humane Society in the pouring rain about an hour and a half before they opened, because the first person would get her. And there was another young woman who came up and wanted to adopt her and got there after we did. And boy, did I feel bad for her. And it triggered all of my stuff. Like somehow I was selfish, that she deserved her more than I did. This young woman was really trying to convince us that she really wanted to adopt this cat, and she offered us $100. And you know, I was able this year to really listen with compassion for myself and for her. Of course I have compassion for her, without needing to be the martyr, needing to be the one who says, no, 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 I don't really deserve to be the new mama of this little kitten. You know, she needs it more than I do. She deserves it more than I do. It would be selfish of me. And to really allow myself to say, no, you know, we made choices to get here. We also want to be the guardians of this little one just as much. And that doesn't make me a bad person for, quote, winning when someone else didn't actually get to this time. And most of the last 30 years, or not last 30 years, but a big part of my life, I felt like I didn't deserve to win ever. And that, and for me, I really want win-win, you know, that's what I want. But in a case like this where, you know, two people can adopt, and I showed up and I happened to be the lucky one, to allow myself to receive that and to be worthy of it and to deserve that. And that is something that is really new for me. And that is what my winter solstice ceremony is going to be about this year, to be able to say, okay, I'm working hard, I'm putting things out, and I also deserve to make my own dreams come true. And in this particular case, this little dream right here gets to come true. And I get to work on that this next year. It's a big year. So 2025 was about my website, which was really about owning me and putting myself out into the world and putting my work out into the world through my own stories and my own art, my own vision and all of that. And I think this next year is going to be about writing the book. We'll see. But that would be a really big deal for me. So, hoping that maybe in sharing, you guys can also see, like, what are you afraid to give yourself? What are you afraid? What is it that you really want to create for yourself in your life, that you really, really want? And there's a part of you that feels like maybe it's not possible, or you don't deserve it, or somebody else deserves it more. And it's not about taking from somebody else, but it is about allowing yourself your own dreams, allowing yourself to succeed, and in a way that really allows you to bring your love to life. It allows us to bring our love to life in the most powerful ways, to make a difference in the world in the ways that only each of us individually can. And the world needs that more than ever. So sending out a ton of love. Oh, she's getting squirmy. Little Zozo. Little Zozo. Sending out a ton of love, and hoping that you can glow in the dark this winter solstice, find your own inner light, and keep going.